Now that we understand adverse events, let's take a step deeper into adverse drug reactions, or ADRs. This is where causality enters the picture, and things get really interesting. Unlike adverse events, ADRs are characterized by a suspicion of causality between the drug and the unwanted effect. Think of it as moving from correlation to causation. When we say something is an ADR, we're saying, we have reason to believe the drug played a role in causing this reaction. Let me paint a picture with an example. A patient takes a new blood pressure medication and develops a dry, persistent cough. If they've never had this cough before, if it started shortly after beginning the medication, and if we know this is a known effect of ACE inhibitors, well, now we're looking at a probable ADR. ADRs come in different types, and understanding these is crucial for proper monitoring. Type A reactions are what we call augmented reactions. They're predictable, dose-dependent, and related to the drug's known pharmacological action. Like experiencing excessive drowsiness with antihistamines, it's expected, but the intensity might be too much for some patients. Type B reactions are the bizarre ones. They're unexpected, not dose-related, and often immune-mediated. Think of a sudden allergic reaction to penicillin. These are rarer, but often more serious. But here's what makes our job in pharmacovigilance so critical. New ADRs can emerge at any time, even years after a drug has been on the market. That's why continuous monitoring is essential.
I think I messed up. Do you know how we spot problems in drug safety? Let's dive into signal detection. Imagine signal detection as the smoke alarm of drug safety. Just like a smoke alarm alerts you to potential danger, a safety signal in pharmacovigilance tells us there might be a new safety concern. But here's the catch. Unlike a loud alarm, these signals can be subtle and tricky to detect. Picture this. You're analyzing safety reports and find 3 unusual cases of a liver reaction in patients on a diabetes medication. Is this a signal? Well, it depends. First, how many patients are actually taking the drug? Second, is this liver reaction more common than we'd expect by chance? And third, are there any patterns in when and how these reactions occur? This is where the art and science of pharmacovigilance come into play. We blend sophisticated statistical methods with sharp medical judgment to evaluate these potential signals. It all starts with that initial report, the first clue that makes us wonder, is there something here we need to investigate? Remember, signal detection isn't just about finding problems, it's about balancing patient safety with access to effective treatments. False signals can cause unnecessary alarm, while missed signals could put lives at risk. So, next time you take your medication, know that there's a whole process behind ensuring its safety, and it all starts with signal detection. Let's put this knowledge into practice with the scenario scene 2, scenario details. You receive reports of 5 cases of unusual muscle pain in patients taking a newly approved cholesterol medication. The pain resolves when the medication is stopped and returns when it's restarted. Scene 3. Questions to consider. Think about, is this an adverse event or an adverse drug reaction? What type of ADR might this be? Could this represent a safety signal? What additional information would you need to evaluate this situation? Scene 4, encouragement and conclusion. Take a moment to consider these questions. They represent the kind of critical thinking that pharmacovigilance professionals use every day to protect patient safety.